Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. So today's subject is something that I've been looking into from a self-inquiry point of view. It's something that I have struggled with myself on many occasions, and I've had to dig deep to get to the underlying root cause of why I struggle with this. It's the subject of procrastination. Now, I'm sure many of you can relate to this in this world that we live in, where we often feel completely overwhelmed, maybe not having enough information available to start a project, feeling inadequate, incapable, unprepared, and just scared. I know I've often felt all of those actually at one time or another. If I don't feel capable in my own mind, if I feel like I'm being tasked with something that I genuinely don't feel prepared for, I don't feel I'm capable of achieving and doing a decent job, I tend to fall into procrastination. It's a horrible feeling because I have a to-do book where I write down everything that I need to do on a day-to-day basis. And as I do it, I tick off the tasks so I know, okay, that's done and I can move on. But when I end up having a backlog of various tasks that I just haven't got to for whatever reason, and it isn't always procrastination, but when that list starts building up, I really do start feeling overwhelmed and like I'm just not performing at my best. So how does one get around procrastination? I can only speak from my own experience of what has worked for me. Number one, I sit and I go inward. I check in with myself. What is really going on here? Why am I hesitating to take the first step in the direction of whatever this task is? Once I know what the underlying real reason is, it's usually an emotion of some kind, a feeling. Once I understand what that is, I can then go to the next layer down and say, okay, where does this come from? Why is it holding me back in this moment? So I just go deeper and deeper within myself. And eventually I will get to the core, the root cause of why I'm procrastinating. Then what I do is I look at the task and I see how I can maybe break it down into bite-sized chunks. Once I've done that, I can then say, right, here's the first chunk. What do I need to do in order to take this first step? And it might be that I need a little bit more information, or there's something that's missing, a key element that is missing for me. Maybe I need to get something from somebody else. It might be advice, a permission slip of some kind, who knows. But I start working through the project in bite-sized chunks. It's that old story, excuse me, the old story of you can't eat an elephant in one mouthful. Yeah, so for me that seems to work. It seems to reduce the anxiety or whatever it is that I'm feeling that is making me hesitate. It seems to help to bring that down to a more manageable level. And then before I know it, I realize I've actually either achieved the complete project outcome or I've managed to get quite a way into it. And once I start doing that, I can feel my confidence levels start coming up again. And then I feel more capable of taking the next step, even though it might require a bit more research or something that's missing. I then start feeling like, okay, I can do this. I've managed some of it. I think I can carry on the way I'm going, continue with these bite-sized chunks, knowing that at some point I will have achieved my outcome. So I hope that's helpful for you, and I wish you all a beautiful day. Blessings and love. Blessings and love.